Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about all the games that I've been playing recently. I've kind of been doing a lot of videos about different games, and of course I've been playing a lot of different games, so I kind of want to step back and look at everything I've done recently. I want to talk about all the different games I've been playing in the last few months, because it is kind of a lot. I've played quite a few different games and made a lot of videos about those games, so I kind of just wanted to reflect and look back on each of them. The first one being Elden Ring. I just said I've made a lot of videos, but this one I actually haven't made a video on yet. Just you wait until I finish the game. There's going to be so many videos about Elden Ring. I'm actually trying to think of a video about Elden Ring that I could make before I beat the game, just because it's gonna take me so long to beat it. I've been playing for a decently long time now, and I'm not even halfway done. But yeah, I don't really know what type of video I could make about the game before I beat it. I mean, obviously I've beat it before, but I don't want to make any videos about like ranking things like bosses, for example, because one, I don't have footage, and two, it has been quite a while, so I would kind of just be going off of memory. But yeah, Elden Ring has been great so far. I'm loving it so far. It has been a blast to play it again. And there's still so much left. There's still so much fun to be had. I'm only at the Altus Plateau, kind of. There's still some things I want to get done before I go too far. But yeah, Elden Ring is amazing. The build variety, for one thing, is great. I know I've said this before. You know what, that reminds me. I made a video about why I returned to the Souls series, so I guess I kind of have made a video about Elden Ring. It wasn't only about Elden Ring, but I did talk about Elden Ring, so I don't know if that counts or not. I talked about the build variety in that video, and yeah, it's just so good. In my current playthrough, I was doing a Strength Faith build, just because it has a lot of fun stuff available to use. I really like that there's the claw mark seal that scales with both strength and faith, so you can get away with not having that many points in faith and go mostly into strength, which is nice, so you can still use pure strength weapons and have pretty good damage, while also having pretty good spells. And of course there's loads of great hybrid weapons like the Blasphemous Blade and the Magma Worm Scale Sword, which I completely forgot about until I beat the Magma Worm and got it. But yeah, I was planning on doing a Strength Faith build until one of those marionette guys dropped the Spiked Spear, which has like a 0.5% drop rate. Of course I get it when I'm doing a strength build, but when I'm doing a dex build and I want to use it, I have to farm for hours. So I kind of debated with myself if I was really going to switch up my whole build just because I got the Spiked Spear, and I ended up doing it. I respec'd my stats to a dex build, and I went and got the Cross Naginata to dual wield. If I want to go back, I always can, and plus there's way more dex weapons to use than just those two, so it should be pretty fun. The one thing I was kind of skeptical about was not having ranged spells, which would kind of suck, but oh well. Again, if I want to, I can always go back. Those are just two builds. There's a pure faith build, a pure intelligence build, a dex int build, and an arcane build too. The world and level design is also really good in Elden Ring. From a visual standpoint, the world is absolutely beautiful. Elden Ring also has a lot of great dungeons like Leyndell and Stormveil. Also, this might just be the completionist in me, but I really like exploring and doing everything on the map, and feeling like I've completed everything. Like I said earlier, there's some stuff I want to get done before I move on to Altus Plateau. I want to fully complete everything on the map so far. I think I've done most of it. There's mostly just some quests I have to do like Ranni's. Another thing about doing everything there is that I really like having a lot of stuff in my inventory. I don't really know why, but it's really satisfying to have a ton of armor and weapons, even if I don't use most of them. So yeah, I've been having a great time with Elden Ring, but besides that, I've also been playing the older Call of Duty games like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1. I really like playing the multiplayer of those games because it has something that modern Call of Duty doesn't really have. For one thing, I prefer the classic arcade type gameplay of the older games compared to the newer games. They're both good, but I prefer the way the older games play. It's hard to explain, but if you played them, you probably know what I'm talking about. I also made a video about the atmosphere of those older games. The colors and just the feeling is something that new Call of Duty doesn't really have. But yeah, it's just one of those games I can hop on when I just want to have a good time and relax. Armored Core 6 is the next game. I played this pretty recently and made a video on it. Armored Core 6 is a really good game. The customization is really good in Armored Core 6, with all the different combinations and builds you can make, and all the different weapons you can try out. But the thing that I enjoyed the most, oddly enough, was the story. I talked about this in the video that I made, but the characters and the different choices you could make of who to side with was probably my favorite part of the game. This is a From Software game, which I normally ignore the story of. I just like playing them for the gameplay and things like that. But the story was really good in this game. I was very invested into the characters and the different factions and groups to side with. Great game overall. From Software did a really good job showing that they can make games other than Souls games. The Dark Souls trilogy I also returned to for a little bit, and I made a video on that. Also in my videos recently was Call of Duty 2. Some of the videos I made had gameplay from Call of Duty 2. They weren't exactly about Call of Duty 2. I kind of talked about the game because it connected to the subject of the videos, but the videos weren't specifically about the game. I might make a video about the game later on. But yeah, Call of Duty 2 is one of my favorite games, especially the snow levels. The snow levels are so nice and so visually appealing. The aesthetics of these missions is so cozy, at least to me. On a gameplay level, the game is actually great. The gameplay, the movement, and the guns are so well done, just amazing. Just everything about the game is great. If you haven't played it, and you play shooter games, I highly recommend trying it out. But besides that, some games I want to play sometime soon are Lies of P for one. Lies of P came out a while ago, and yeah, the hype is kind of gone, but I still haven't played it and I want to try it. Hopefully I get to it sometime soon. Another game I want to play, or replay I should say, is Halo 3 ODST. I want to play through this again and do a video on it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it super long like the one I did for Halo 2, if I'm gonna go super in depth into each mission, or if I'm just gonna make it short and sweet, or maybe a mix of both. So yeah, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed and got some entertainment from this. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching, and a like or subscribe would be appreciated. That's about it. I'll see you in the next one.